Hello. This is going to be the first of three parts of what I call childhood vinyl, because these records come from my mom. She gave them to me, and yeah, this first group is records that were more like they were hers basically, and so it's more her taste in music. Although some of these I really like. So this first one is interesting. It's in very rough shape, but it's a small set of 78s. They're basically children's records. One of them is called Little Orly, His Adventures as a Worm. And it says story with orchestra and sound effects. So they're basically children's records, but the interesting story behind these is my grandparents were missionaries, and so my mom spent some of her youth in the wilds of South America. So these records, the cases to this particular set of records, they didn't hold up too well. But the records themselves they're in decent shape. So I'm gonna copy these to a CD for her so she can listen to them again and have a trip down memory lane. Yeah, so there's that one. Plus I like 78, so that's a good thing, right? Alright, so this next one is, growing up we listened to a lot of religious music. So this first one, yeah. We have David Voegelin's Jesus and Your Righteousness. Yeah, so that's one of her records. It's strange, but David Voegelin, that name sounds familiar. I'm almost wondering if he was a musician that performed at our church when I was growing up. But anyway, there's that one. Then we have one that I remember it best by my mom would dance around the living room to it, and that is Discopedia Volume 4. So it has YMCA, Shake Your Groove Thing, Instant Replay, I Will Survive, Supernature, and I Was Made for Dancing. Yeah. So again, that's her taste. I really can't stand disco. It's basically my least favorite form of music. But again, these are her records, and I'll probably put that on a CD for her as well. Next we have a soundtrack for Endless Love, and I believe that's a very young Brooke Shields there. This one I have fond memories of. This is a Disney soundtrack. Maybe I should put this with the next group of records in retrospect, but I do think this was actually possibly hers. But we loved it as kids. It's a really fun record for kids to listen to also. Even though the music is, sophisticated. Yeah, there you have that. This one, I'm actually glad to take off her hands. It's Frankie Valli Is the Word. Yeah. Let's see, it has Grease, Needing You, Sometimes Love, Songs Make Me Cry, Without Your Love, Over Me, Save Me, Save Me, You Can Do It, A Tear Can Tell, You Better Go, and No Love at All. Yeah. Alright, then we have another one that is definitely more her taste, but I've grown to appreciate Barbra Streisand, actually. So we have Barbra Streisand, People. This one is definitely her taste, and definitely not my taste, but Julio Iglesias, 1100 Bel Air Place. Yeah. This next one, I had actually bought another album by her at one of the thrift stores a while back. Vicky Carr, The Ways to Love a Man. There's that. Here we have another Frankie Valli. He's looking very smooth there. Oh man. And this one is definitely not my taste. This is totally her taste. Sean Cassidy, as you may or may not know, he was a teen heartthrob back then. But the cover artwork is pretty cool. He's pushing the plastic there, and on the other side, you see him from the other side, so it looks like he's wrapped in plastic. Yeah. So Sean Cassidy, Under Wraps. All right, well, there you have it. Those are that's the first set of childhood vinyl. Because some of those I'm sure I heard as a child. In fact, some of those I know I heard as a child. But most of those I have no real memory of. But it's still part of my childhood. So, yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned for the next segment. I'm going to cover actual children's records. So those I have a lot of memories of, so stay tuned for that.